Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. If you don't already know me, welcome. My name is Lisa Silva. I'm a spiritual counselor and coach. I help women reach their highest potential and improve their lives by looking under the hood at what's really going on and getting them from stuck to moving through my counseling and coaching services. And if you do already know me, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you. Today we are doing a part 2. I know y'all are nosy. Y'all be trying to learn about my love life, learn about my love tips and tricks and what I've learned. I know I like to say tips and tricks, but really, I think I'm gonna make a series because what I've learned in love part 1 was very deep, and I'm really here to provide real life lessons, what I've really learned throughout my life about love, about relationships. And I really want to be able to serve and provide value to you guys, something that you can actually apply and take into consideration and all that good stuff. So we are doing a part 2. You can find the chapters right here. Chapter 1 is Don't Lose Yourself. Chapter 2 is Love is a Mirror. And chapter 3 is The Right Love Will Ask You to Rise. So I don't want to take too much of your time. I just want to get into the tea. Let's get into the lessons, I should say. So first things first, don't lose yourself in someone else. All right, this one is a lesson I've had to learn more than once. Sometimes we get lost in people, or we get lost in their problems. We get really encapsulated into their world that we can lose ourselves in the mix. In my personal experience, I have had both. I've had relationships where now I'm kind of sucked into the problems of the person, of all the things they're dealing with. And I'm not saying don't be a supportive partner or don't help them with their problems, right? But there has to be a balance, because this is when relationships start becoming unhealthy. If your partner's problems is sucking the life out of you, then that becomes a problem for you. You can only pour from an empty cup. So if you're in a relationship that is continuously bringing you down and bringing your light down and putting you in a position where you're entirely encapsulated in their world, but in a way that hurts you, then I think that's a problem. I don't think it's necessarily a problem at all if your worlds collide, or maybe you move to their city or they move to your city, or you hang out with their friends, or vice versa, or one of your families you're really close and you get intertwined with their family, or vice versa. I don't think that's a problem. I actually think it's really beautiful to be able to open up your world or a piece of your world to your partner and to allow them into that space, and to grow comfortable together in that space. However, if it is negatively impacting your mental health by being too much in their world or too much in their problems, then that becomes a problem. There needs to be a balance where you can be a supportive, loving partner. You can be in their world and in their life, and vice versa, but it's not taking all of your light away. Some tips here are to have your own friends, your family, your own hobbies. Don't let go of the things that you like just because you're in a relationship. And by this, I need to be specific, because I know some of y'all will take that advice and run with it and twist it up. I am not saying to continue doing something that hurts your partner just because you like it, or to continue even being a person, behaving a certain kind of way just because you like it if it hurts your partner. I'm saying if you really like to go dancing and it doesn't hurt your partner, go dancing. If you really like movie time Friday, every Friday you go to the movies with the girls, or every Friday you go to a baseball game with your boys, and you're not doing anything that is going to hurt your partner, you're being loyal, you're communicating, you're doing all the things that you are supposed to do when you're in a relationship and you're considering your partner, then you should be in the clear. There's so many times that I have experienced, and I've also seen people single and having all of these like fun things that just like light up their soul, like they, books they like to read, or like hobbies that they like to do, and then they get into this relationship and their partner comes with all of this like baggage and they get sucked into it, and then they no longer have time or energy or space to do the things that were really exciting to them prior to them entering the relationship. I do believe in having your own friends. I also feel like it's really beautiful to introduce them to your friends, to bring them into the spaces that your friends are in, to allow them into your world, right? But I think it is important, at least from my own experience, to have a balance where I can go hang out with my friends one night and you can go hang out with your friends another night. Or maybe we have a mutual friend group and we all get along really well. I feel like that is good and that's healthy, and you should have those dynamics in a relationship. I think it only becomes a problem when there is some sort of disrespect. It only becomes a problem when someone in the relationship makes it a problem. Because I can go out with my girls and have a great time and it should cause no problem for the man that I'm with. However, if I'm out in the streets doing stuff that single girls do and I'm being disrespectful to my partner, now that's a problem. Same thing for men. You should be able to go to the baseball game every Friday or once a month with your boys. But if you've shown that you act a certain type of way when you're with your boys and not with your girl when she's not around, then now you're kind of fucking up the dynamic, fucking up the trust. You know what I'm saying? But it's so much healthier if you guys can operate with love and trust when you're not in the same spaces. And you can have spaces to go to, like outlets where it's just you or just them, and they have that time to just do the things that they love. Maybe he really likes to go golfing and maybe you really like to go to Pilates, and you don't really want him to come to Pilates with you because Pilates is you time. Maybe golfing is him time. But as long as you can have your separate hobbies, maybe friends, and there is mutual respect and communication on both sides, whether you're in the same room or not, then you're golden. Whew. I'm getting hot. All right, number 2, love is a mirror. And you guys, I mean this as like real and crystal clear as it sounds, like a legit mirror. Love is a mirror. In love, you will always trigger your partner and they will always trigger you in different ways. Because love is a mirror, there are things inside of you, wounds, bad habits, your own gunk, your own limitations, your own blocks that you ignore or you push down or you don't even realize are there. But once a partner enters your space, they will mirror it back to you. They will pull it out of you. And it's not something they're intending to do. They're not logically going in their head thinking like, let me try to trigger her, or let me try to trigger him, or let me make him or her feel some type of way about X, Y, and Z. No, this naturally happens and this is normal. Love is a mirror is an invitation for both parties in a relationship to recognize where they need to heal or where they need to grow for their next level. And without a partner coming into their space to act as that mirror and to bring stuff up in the first place, bring stuff up into their own self-awareness to recognize it and work through it, they would have never known that that was there to work through. Love is here to usher you into growth, to usher you into your next level. Without that person, you could have never known that you had that wound that needed to be healed. You could have never been inspired to become that next version of yourself. Love will push you to grow. Love will push you to heal. Love will bring up the things you didn't know were really there. Love will bring up the things that you thought were gone. And this is a beautiful thing. But first you have to recognize what's coming up. You have to make friends with it. You have to have conversations with those sides of yourself that you're bumping into, that this other person is bringing up, that you didn't really experience before they were around, and now all of a sudden you're bumping into different triggers, different things are kind of happening. And this leads me to number 3. The right love will ask you to rise. You will need to grow and change in relationships naturally. Your essence is expansion. You are supposed to rise and grow. And it is in love relationships, because they are mirrors, that they will force you to grow. Because sometimes, maybe with your parents or old friends, maybe you had areas, that you're supposed to work on and grow, but you can kind of just push them down. You can just ignore them and move on with your life and pretend they're not there, because really you don't feel like working on those things that you need to work on. But when you're in a love relationship, if that person really matters to you, then it will force you to grow and change. You may need to become a better, bigger, different version of you. Now, this might be learning how to cook better. Maybe you was never in the kitchen, but you love this man so much and he really want his girl to be able to cook and to make him a home cooked meal. So now you're learning all these new recipes. You're trying all kinds of things. Now you're calling your mom to teach you how to make X, Y, and Z, all right? Maybe it's loyalty. Maybe you weren't loyal in your last relationships, but you really love this girl or you really love this guy and you really want to be loyal to this person. You don't want to lose this relationship. It will force you to grow. It will force you to look at your habits. It'll force you to look at temptation. It'll force you to maybe change your relationship with social media or the friends that you hang out with or the environments that you put yourself in. Maybe it's making more money so that you can provide a beautiful life for your partner and for yourself. And you can provide that support and that masculine energy so she can be in her feminine to rest and relax and to operate in a different space, a safer space. Or maybe you're a woman and you really want to get your next level bag too, because maybe it makes you feel more confident. Maybe this next level bag, more money in your account is going to allow you to do more things with this person or for this person. Something in you should be pulled to grow, and it's not easy and it does not always feel good. A lot of the times it's more of a challenge. It feels more of like I'm in love now I gotta do more work, or now I gotta figure out and heal this part of myself that I was ignoring, or now I'm triggered. I didn't know I had wounds still from my last relationship and now I have to heal them because I don't want to lose him or I don't want to lose her. Now I have to. Love is a mirror and it will usher you to growth. It will force you into your next level in a way that feels challenging, but in retrospect will be so beautiful and so worth it. And even if they aren't your forever partner and you don't end up with them for the rest of time, they will have been a piece of the story and in the why behind who you are today. Remember, this is a good thing. All right, that's my part 2 for the lessons that I have learned in love. Don't lose yourself. Love is a mirror, and the right love will ask you to rise. I hope that was helpful. I'm thinking of doing a series, so I will probably do a part 3. Let me know if you want some more love lessons, and I will get on it. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, follow my socials in the description box, book in a session with me if you want to chat about life, love, money, all kinds of things. I would love for you to join my world. And I have some other really cool things coming too. I can't wait to share. All right, I love you. Bye.